As you can see, I've took the hard pipe kit off the JZX and she's looking very bare at the minute. All the pipes are out, everything's being cleaned, and you're probably wondering why this is sat at bare metal. So, time to remove this hard pipe kit. We've just got a load of these couplers here, and that I believe we'll be using a, I don't even think I have a impact bit that small. It's got a 10 mil. It's 10 mil there, it says. No. There's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to take off. And then we'll get this hard pipe kit cleaned up. So it should be a handy enough wee thing to remove. Just need to figure out where to set you guys. So with the full hard pipe kit, this is the left hand side, if you're like looking at the car. Left hand side stuff, that's the right hand side stuff, and then the colour's the other side of the Volvo. It is stinking underneath this battery tray. Like, it's actually fucking vile. And behind this fuse box, which is detached from here to allow us to pull it out and stuff while we're brushing, it's disgusting as well. So I'm just trying to actually think what else I should take off while I'm here, because may as well get a fucking mint if I'm gonna clean it, like. So gonna think about that, and then I'll be back.
Wonder, wonder, wonder.
Took off the battery tray, which crumbled into bits. So I found rust at this bolt hole, these two bolt holes, and this bolt snapped inside, so I'm gonna have fun getting that out. But basically now what I have to do is sand this whole area down, get rid of the rust, get rid of this rust here, and get the car looking mint again. So we've got a fair bit of work ahead of us, because once I have that done, I'm gonna have to red oxide primer it and paint it. We're back, we've been sanding, and we've got to the point where I decided. So we're back and we're sanding again today, but this time I'm not just sanding more rust away. So something that I did off camera was I got my mate Scott down and he gave me some Denitrol, and this is like a rust converter, and basically whenever I've sprayed it on, it acts like an iron out and it brings it all the rust up kind of purple. So this has all came up near fucking black because of all like the pitting and corrosion that was there. So I started to sand these bits down, and the metal's looking proper fresh. This wee bit's still pretty bad, so what I'm going to do is sand everything down, get another layer of Denitrol put onto it all, and then I'm going to come back on Monday and we're going to epoxy primer everything, which then means it's ready to spray paint white, which will be lethal. So we're almost ready to start to actually measure up for the battery tray, which is all I wanted to do in the first place. ordered myself new sanding discs, and of course I forgot to bring them up, so I've no more sand discs to put onto the drill to sand it. So instead of what I'm going to do today is just jack it up on all fours, get it on jack stands, get the wheels down, and then that means the arches are ready to be sanded. And then we'll come back tomorrow, we'll sand this, we'll get more of the rust converter onto it, and then it's ready for epoxy primer and paint. Oh well, some things just don't go to plan if you don't plan your day out correctly, and today's one of them days. But sure, I'm off for a few days next week, so it means I can get loads blasted out in this and some videos out in the LS page. So that's pretty much everything done to the Cresta that I can do today. As I said, I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to finish sanding that area of the engine bay, and then we're going to be ready to epoxy prime it and then paint it white. I'm going to go for either a light grey, or if they have a white epoxy primer, I'm going to go for a white epoxy primer. But Jenks, who painted my front bumper, he gave me some advice on what epoxy primer to get and gave me the exact one to get, so I'm going to go and get that. He says that they'll do it in a light grey or a white. He's not sure, but either the light grey is very light, so I'd be able to use it as my base coat. So either way, I'll be sorted. Down here we've got again working on the Cresta. Gar's job today is to try to get all the dirt off that's the same on like this side here, the way it's like all black and stinking. He's getting it all cleaned up and white while I'm continuing to sand all this bit that I've since put rust converter on. So yet again, we're going into a boring time lapse, but we've got a fuck ton to do, so that's all I can say. So guys, what's happening? We're putting the poly mask on the Cresta because we've got it to the stage where everything's ready to paint. I went down to Colour and I got myself some soft edge tape, which basically is like a foam tape, so whenever you spray the spray paint onto it, the paint seeps through the tape and actually like gives you a soft edge. Now we're at this part of the poly masking, the part that actually matters. I'm going to be putting soft edge tape along this edge here, along all the other edges. I'm going to use it for this, for the poly. And I'm going to cut out an Amazon bag here, and that'll give me enough to really get it edged up in sap mint, but the whole car's covered in poly mask, so it means that no, there's not going to be any overspray. And while I'm here, I'm also going to do my callipers, which is why I've sat and I've done up each of the arches. This one just needs finished off, the rear's pretty finished, and then I just need to tuck in that bottom side skirt and we're done. We're at the day where we're going to be able to paint the Cresta. So yesterday it was sat, we fully polymasked the car. I've got all four corners done up. They're not perfect, but they'll do. You know, the polymask I think is meant to be tighter, but you know, as long as it covers the car, that's all I really cared about. I've got this corner of the bay done, which is all ready to paint, and I've sat and I've put a wee bit of Denatol into that corner, sprayed that. Probably do the same into this corner as well. Can't forget to remove that. So yeah, so the reason I've got all these done is because I went down to Colour today and I got myself some paint made up. This is W14 BMW Java Green. So it's an amazing colour. I want to show you, but I suppose the car is covered up. Trick it. Now lads, obviously it's a very light coat. Look at that colour, like. That's just fucking class, it's so bright. So, we're gonna get my calipers already up. We're gonna be spraying them in the same epoxy that we're using on the engine bay. We're gonna be doing the engine bay first because it needs fucking done. I need that thing ticked off my list. I don't need the calipers done, I need this engine bay done because I am fed up of coming down this unit and going, oh, what am I doing today? Engine bay. We've got the heat gun all set up so that I can sit and heat up all my spray tins to get them nice and warm. We're going to heat up the metal area to get it nice and warm. So let's get on to painting. So sadly, the electric's out, but it's still got to paint up. So let's get going. Second layer. So that's the epoxy primer pretty much done. I've got my tin of white paint sat outside because I've got a power cut in the unit. So no power, no heat gun to heat anything up. So we're having to wait longer in between coats. Everything's taking longer, but I'm gonna go get my white paint soon and start to do this. Would have been so much handier if I had this heat gun, but oh well. And then I can start these brake calipers, which I'm really buzzing for because I think they're gonna turn out mint. Time to go in with some gloss white.
So, as I say, 10 to 25 minutes first. Jesus, that's a thick coat look. Choking myself out. Gee, she's looking good. She's looking fine. She's looking sublime. Right, so first coat done, time for the second.
that's the engine bay done. I was going to try to paint the calipers in this episode, but that's going to be in next week's episode, so make sure to look forward to that. I'm more than happy with how this has turned out. Excuse the bit of dirt. It's fucking brilliant. I just need to design now enclosed battery tray to cover all this shit. Still wee bits of tape I need to take off and things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. It was something a wee bit different. And guys, until next time, see you later.